you guys, welcome to another sit down. It's Jasmine. Hi. So we are doing, finally we get a video, right? Because listen, I shoot videos and if I don't feel like they're ready to go up, I just don't put them up. So what I do is I'll shoot a video and I sit with myself and I say, did you like that video? And if it doesn't feel good to me, I'm not going to upload it, right? So I just don't do it. Anyway, so I'm saying all this to say that I had a video prepared and I was like, yeah, this is going to be great. And then I sat on it. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. So this video is a whole nother video that I wanted to do. Let's see if this one goes up. If you're watching it, hey, we made it. Okay, right? So here's the thing, right? Sometimes, well, not on Sundays. It's not always on Sundays. Usually on Sundays, me and my kids would have something called spiritual time, where we would sit down and we speak on spiritual matters only. This is the time where they can put down their phones and we just have a good discussion. Usually it's just me ranting on about things that I know about, and then at the end I quiz them to just make sure that they was listening, because kids will just zone out and you're like, so I have a few that zone out still, but for the most part they're great. So this week we were talking about spiritual warfare, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to give you a tidbit because I can rant on and on and on and on. But since this has to be a shorter video because it's not a live, this is a recorded video and uploading is a hassle, it's going to be a shorter, condensed version of what I gave them. Oh, lucky you, right? Lucky you. I know the kids wish they were you. Anyway, we talked about spiritual warfare, and I'm going to talk to you as if you don't know what spiritual warfare is. You are on a spiritual channel, so I'm assuming that you know what spiritual warfare is. But if you don't know, it is going on right underneath your nose right now. Right now. And you may not have a clue. So, like I said, we talked about spiritual warfare. Now, if you don't know the spiritual warfare is happening right underneath your nose, we have the heavens above us and the hell underneath us, right? And right here on earth is the middle ground, the playing field. And we are the vessels, right? We are typically, when we come to earth, you are born into God consciousness. You have God within you when you come. That soul that's in your body is a piece of the Creator, right? It's a piece of Jehovah. It's a piece of God, right? So when you descend onto the earth, you're pure, just like a child. You're coming here as a child, so you're pure and you know nothing. But the longer you stay on earth, the more you lose that light, because when you're born with that bright, beautiful light. The more you're on earth, the more that light is snatched piece by piece by piece. It's usually snatched by your wants, your desires, your dreams. And if you haven't gotten that yet, it starts to pull at you. It starts to you just get rougher, you get harder, and you get upset, and you're just like, why haven't I gone anywhere in life, right? So, and instead of you standing with God and say, you know what, I'm here for whatever God wants me to do, you get frustrated with the situation. You want money. You want success. You may want fame. You may want recognition. You want something. You want your desires. You want things. I want, right? So once you are on the earth, and remember, we're in spiritual warfare. Yes? And not only do you have your angels stand next to you and talking to you and trying to guide you in the right direction, the more you want, the less you hear them. The less you hear your angels, the less you hear spirit, the less you hear God. Because you're too focused on what you want and your desires. So that leaves you wide open. Because your angels start to fade in the background. That leaves you wide open for the darks to come in, the dark forces to come in. And all God has to do, all Satan has to do is to flash that shiny thing that you want, whatever that thing is, whatever it is, money, success, recognition, fame, power, whatever that thing is, he can now flash it in your face and say, hey, look over here, I will promise you this. I will give you this if you just give me that. That piece of you, whatever's left of that soul, he wants it, right? Whatever hasn't been snatched from you, whatever has been dimmed out, because your light gets dimmer as time goes on. And if you don't go and fill yourself more with God and say, you know what, I don't need whatever God doesn't want me to have, because if you don't have it, God doesn't want you to have it. Maybe not yet. we get frustrated, right? So we see that, oh, the shiny thing, all you have to do is give me that, is what he says. And because now you are now frustrated, you're weak in the spirit, and your flesh is weak, we know that, you're going to take, because here it is, this is the thing that I want, this is the thing, this is the success I want, this is the recognition I want, right? And it's here all along, I could just grab at it, I can have it now, and there I have everything that I want. But now you don't have your soul. So that's literally spiritual warfare. It is a battle for the souls. Because like we know, as we know, Satan's fate is sealed. His job is to get as many souls as possible. That is his goal. He's going to take, and if he can promise you something, then he can have whatever it is that he wants, and you can get temporarily what you want, because eventually it's gonna dissipate, right? We let that in. Unfortunately, we let it in. We leave a door open for that. My door stays closed. Why my door stays closed? I keep it closed because if I don't have it yet, they can't use that against me. Because if I don't have it yet, it's not because I'm not going to get it. It's because God doesn't want me to have it at this time. Because don't be fooled. If you have a desire for something, he gave it to you. God gave that to you. He sent you here with that desire. But sometimes it takes time to get there. You know, God's timing is God's timing. He's going to do what he wants to do, right? So you'll get it just on his timing. You can't get it as fast as you want it. And that's where the problem comes in at, because Satan's promising to you right now, but I just need that soul. Don't worry about it. It's not important to you. You don't need it. I just need that soul. Why do you want it if it's not important? Why does Satan want it if it's not important? You have to think about this. Stop and think for a second. Why do you want it if it ain't important? Okay, so you get your little shiny thing, and that's what it is. It's just the battle of the souls. It's battle for the souls. The light's trying to keep you lit over here, and the dark's trying to keep you in the dark over here. They're trying to get that soul. The light's trying to keep that soul pure. The dark's trying to take that soul that's pure. They want to take it. Now, this is going to get a little heavy, okay? Because this is the more dramatic side of what the dark can do once they have obtained an entrance into that vessel. Now that your soul is put away, right? They can gain entry, because once they do that, now what you have is a replacement. It's not really you. Your soul's gone. It's not really you. They have a replacement that is, depending who you are, a high level demon, or it could just be a regular demon. But it depends on you who you are. Because if you are a person who had a mission here on Earth, they're just gonna put they're gonna put a high level demon within you. But if you're just a regular person with no mission, they're going to take your soul, but they'll just put a regular demon with its place to continue to walk the earth, continue to cause mayhem and ruckus. You know what I mean? So the darker side of this is, I always refer to this person, because this is the one that really made me think. His name is Chris Watts, right? If you know the story, you know the story. I'm not going to go over the story, but look it up. Just stick Google his name. You could do Google Smoogle. It'll come up. Google his name, because even to this day now that he's looking back on what he had done, let me just clear it up. He's a family annihilator, so be careful with that when you search it up. They call him the family annihilator. When he talks about it to this day, he wrote a letter to God, and he was explaining that he let that Jezebel spirit come into him. He let that took him out. But it started because he let that door open. Right? He allowed another woman into his life who most likely carried the Jezebel spirit, because that's what they do. They put them in your life. And she carried the Jezebel spirit. And she wanted to take another woman's husband. That's how you knew she was a Jezebel spirit. She just filled him with all of these hopes and dreams that she was going to give him. I'm going to give you, we're going to have the best thing, whatever. She wanted to be the first to carry his firstborn son, although his wife, when he annihilated her, I'm going to put it like that, was carrying his firstborn son, and he annihilated his two other children, his 3-year-old baby and his 4-year-old baby, right? Just wiped them completely out because he wanted that. Now, what got him to that point? First of all, what drew me to this story is when he made the one statement after he was arrested. He said, I couldn't understand why I just couldn't stop myself from doing what he did. I'm not going to say what he did. Doing what he did. Look it up. I'm not going to recall that. But doing what he did. He couldn't stop himself. He had to do it. Well, that door, his vessel was now used by most likely a demon. Most likely was being used. Because even to this day now he says, Lord, I don't know what I did. I can't believe this is me. Because that demon is now gone. It landed him in jail. He did what he was supposed to do, and it landed him in jail. That's what they do. They come in, and they just, once the demons are within, they want more. They're not satisfied with just the little tidbit of you giving someone an attitude, or that you just being mean to someone. They're not satisfied with that. They want more. They're demons. They want more. They want more. They want more. And they hit their wall with him. That he did what they wanted him to do. He did what they wanted him to do. He wiped out his entire family. And ended up just in jail. The girl don't even talk to him. He don't talk to the girl. What was it all for? So, that is on the darker side of having your soul replaced by one of these things. Right? That's spiritual warfare. This is what God's fighting against. Your soul is fighting against... God's fighting against them taking your soul. That's what God is fighting against. In order to keep that door closed, fill your house with the Spirit of God. This is your vessel is your house. Fill it with God. Okay, that's it. I hope I got out everything I wanted to say. Sorry if it was a little choppy. We're gonna get better at this. I promise. Since this is a more formal sit down, I'm more tense. I'm more relaxed live. I don't know why. I just am, because there's no formal script that I have to stick to. I'm just live and we're just talking. We're just chatting, right? So if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers so that I can go live. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.